Welcome back, children of the popcorn. It is I, Mr. Popcorn, and yeah, for those watching on YouTube, and who used to follow Dark Marks. Yep, he's back. The Shogun, or is just what has he got there? Just Joel. He's going by his government, and
Yeah, I gotta. I'll
yep.
jazz it up next time.
No, perfectly fine. Thank you very much, my man, for waking up early to do this. We've been talking about doing this one for a while.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we're doing Society Children. Um,
love this movie.
associate. Yeah, it's a goodie. This one is directed by Brian Yuzna, written by Woody Keith and Rick Fry. And you say you love this movie there, Joel. So let's just get into it. Just general thoughts, your history with this movie. How do you feel about it now, etc., etc.
Like, well, like I've actually stumbled across this movie way late. I think I saw it for the first time, like, had to been like back in like 2017, 2018. And you know how
Oh,
you just
okay.
can't sleep and you're just looking for something to watch. I was like, okay, this sounds kind of interesting. And I started watching it, and I was like, okay, this is weird. This
Yeah,
is weird.
yeah,
This is weird.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's such a fun movie. And what was I gonna say? The bully guy. He kind of reminds me of one of the Menendez brothers. I don't know if that was a purple. Yeah, no, because this movie came out before the Menendez trial. But you know the guy I'm talking
1989.
about?
Yeah, I do. The Tycoon.
Yeah, so yeah, it does predate the Menendez boys, but it's really weird.
Well, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's that look, that type, because this
Yeah,
is
like
Beverly Hills. This is set in Beverly Hills. Yes.
yeah, yeah, so yeah, like the clothes and everything, it's definitely of a time like that late 80s, early 90s,
Mhm.
California Valley style, like the
Um,
um
hmm.
like the natural progression of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that
Or
vibe.
so you saw this in 2017, 2018. So that was, yeah, that is late. I didn't see this in 1989 because I would have been yeah, 12. And I wasn't quite watching films like Society at 12.
Yeah,
Um,
I was like 89. Yeah, I was 8. So yeah, I was watching movies, but like there's plenty of stuff I saw at that time that I didn't get. Like, and I had, you got to revisit it when you're older. So
sure,
yeah,
sure, sure,
yeah,
sure, sure,
I
sure.
wouldn't have been ready for a movie like Society when it first came out. Like I would have enjoyed it just off the visceral, like this is a weird movie, but as
Yeah.
far as like, all the all the undertones and whatnot, like I wouldn't have been able to appreciate that at 8.
Yes, and we'll get to all that. We'll get to all that. Um, so I mentioned who is involved. Now, it's Screaming Mad George who does the effects for this film. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see spoilers. Yeah. Go to
Yeah.
bed, children, finish your popcorn, come back, spoilers. Yeah, that's the orgy scene at the end. But this one I saw in the early 2000s when I was just watching weird shit and a lot of it, yeah, during college, as you say in America. And because we had a really good video store, Allison Videoland, I think I've told you about it before. Um, yeah, where there was just everything from every country in the world, and that would be a category unto itself in the store. And it also had cult films. This would have been in the cult category. And I was certainly into anything weird and certainly anything body horror. Would you call this a body horror, Joel?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is like
Yeah,
an A1 example of body horror. And
yeah.
just as an aside, the scene in your background, it looks like a Renaissance painting. It really does.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It really, really does. And they shot it in 24 hours there, Joel. That because
Really?
of budget and time constraints, 24 hours. So it was just they got ready, well prepared, a couple of weeks before, did Screaming
Right.
Mad George and Co. But then they just like
So they just had to get it
ceaselessly
done.
and keep going.
Impressive.
Yeah. They would have tagged in and out and that sort of thing with the
Yeah,
actors, but just keep filming. Like this crew wouldn't have stopped for 24 hours. So not in 1989, a budget like this. No.
yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas, yeah, they couldn't screw up because film is expensive. They weren't shooting on digital.
I 1989? No. Do I have that information? Let's have a look. What format was the film Society? Society 1989, or I'll get some bad Asian thing.
You wouldn't happen to know why Yenza stopped making movies? Because like I looked him up a couple
No,
of minutes ago. He's still alive. I thought maybe he had died or something. No, he's still alive.
he does cons and such things, and like, yeah, because those are the interviews I looked up. Yeah, 35 millimeter.
Yeah, yeah. That's the expensive stuff. Like you can't fuck around with that.
No, aspect ratio 1.85. So for the cinemas is what that means in basic layman terms. Um, yeah, no, you can't. You can't. So feed for that. More KY than a Diddy freak off. Watch it if you haven't, as you understand. What do you think of the effects? Sorry, I really like the film Their Children.
Yeah,
I've always liked this film. I think it's very influential. I don't think it gets the respect it deserves, even though I think a lot of people who have made films like The Substance, Get Out, I would throw into that category. Anything body horror and heavily class influenced.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This film is the OG of that. What do you, before we discuss Yuzna, um, do you know much about Screaming Mad George and his
No, I
films?
don't.
I've heard the name a lot, their children. I don't claim to know everything. I know a lot of older children out there will be screaming at me, how do you not know I'm like the Bible? Okay, but this is okay. Check this out. This is his filmography: makeup and special effects. Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay,
Just just to start off, 1986, and I'm going to go chronologically, up from there.
all right.
Predator.
Oh, okay,
A,
all
a
right.
nightmare.
This
A
guy's the
nightmare.
goat already. Continue.
Okay, that's in two. Number three, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Personal fave. Dream Warriors.
The mannequin with the veins,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Hmm. Four, Dream Master. I highly rate that. The effects in that
Oh,
are really, really good. He's done a lot, so I'm just gonna go through it. Bride of Reanimator, which we'll talk about in a minute. He was involved in 4 and 5 of the Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm not a fan, but I know they are popular out there. The Guyver, that is his own film that he directs. It's the big robots. What are they called in anime?
Gundam.
Yeah,
Gundam.
yeah. The first realization of one of them on a screen for a feature film. Yeah. Screaming Mad George was responsible for that. Freaked, 1993. Freaked.
I remember that movie.
The more
If it's the one I'm thinking of.
It was the more modern, accessible version of the old 1930s Barnaby Brothers circus film.
Yeah, I actually just heard about the original
Awesome.
the other day. Now I want to see it.
Well, it's, because you've got the guy there, the guy with no arms, who's just a torso
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
head.
that's yeah.
And
And
he,
had a knife in it. Yeah, that's like I
yeah,
was listening to a pod and that's what the guy was talking about. I was like, I need to find this movie now.
yeah. No, it's so good. It's so good. And that guy could roll as far as this book I had when I was like 8 about circus. performers. They could roll, they could roll. This guy could roll rollies, roll your own tobacco
Oh,
with his lips, with his mouth entirely. Yeah.
hey, impressive.
Uh,
Bet you the ladies loved him.
there you go. What, what an alley-oop slam dunk.
Yeah.
Um, What else do I want to mention? And I will just finally mention Beyond Reanimator in 2003. That's a third Reanimator. Have you seen that?
No, I was just gonna say I was not aware there was a Beyond the Animator.
Yeah, no.
I got the next
Uh,
couple of days off, so I think I might find that. Try and find that.
oh, and watch the first two, just as a
Yeah,
recommendation. They do
yeah,
stand up really well. Um, and Brian Yuzna brings a weirdness. He brings a weird paranoia, um, and
yeah.
just weird. After
Yeah,
you?
he has a knack for doing like Lovecraftian stuff. He really
Mm.
does. Like the paranoia and the tension. He if you've read Lovecraft, like Lovecraft has a way of like portraying that on the page. And Yuns, how do you pronounce it? Is it Yuzna or Yuzna?
Brian Usner.
Yuzna, sorry.
Usner.
I said
That's
that,
okay.
yeah, but like Yuzna, but transfers that to the screen very well. Like he also did another favorite of mine, Dagon. Love that flick.
He produced that one.
Oh, he didn't direct, he just
Just to be
produced.
clear. Yeah, just to be
Oh,
clear. Let's
okay.
bring up while we're on Usner, but keep going. I've got the tabs here for his filmography.
But yeah, Dagon. Because actually, that's why I watched Society, because I was like, because you look at the information, it was like, oh, okay, he did Dagon. Let's see what this is all about.
Mhm. Mm. But the same, but what I'm saying, you are correct, though. You are correct. Just not directly, because as we were talking about before, Brian Yuzna is just a movie fan, yeah? Um, and he just talked to the right people at the right time. And with his projects, he always just brought people in that he could vibe with, that he could work with, that wouldn't tell him what to do. That was also important, and that he could learn from. Um, so it's Scott Gordon, if I'm not mistaken, with Reanimator. Let me just double check that. Directed by Stuart Gordon, sorry.
Yeah.
And Stuart had never, they just had, similar tastes. They got along. That was Stuart Gordon's first film. Neither of them had anything to do with making a film before. It was like Jeffrey Combs who played Herbert West and some of the other actors. They're the ones who actually knew how to make a movie. Yeah.
Ah,
Um, but that paranoia, that Lovecraftian vibe, the mythos that they bring to it, the weirdness, they also get Lovecraft's weirdness as well. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's more than a sense of uncanny. It's just like reality crumbling and the gooiness, the goopiness. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. He really, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, really good use of slime in his movies, like
mhm.
slime and ick, for want of a
Yeah.
better word.
Absolutely. And then he was given a movie deal. I'm just keeping this taut with the details. He really wanted to do Society, but like that's the one he knew he could be more experimental with, being his first film. And then Bride of Reanimator is the one he said he would do it. He was commissioned to do Bride of Reanimator. That's right. I'm just going off memory here. But he said he'll do a double one first and let me play around with the first one, get some practice so I can nail really, direct Bride of Reanimator well. And then he's played around, experimented with Society, which was his pet project. Yeah, that's what I'll edit in. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you don't want to do your passion project first.
Yeah. Yeah. But through all of those movies, they're all weird, they're all paranoid, they're all Lovecraftian, they're all filthy. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Reanimators are just certainly the first one. Um, And oh, society at the end. Let's talk about it
Oh,
now. The shunting.
is that were you talking about when he turned old boy inside out?
The old
Yeah.
proctologist fist.
Yeah, that was again going back to like flashing back to the first time I watched the movie, I was like, what? What the fuck? I totally didn't see it coming. Like I thought he was gonna like, punch through him or something, maybe rip his heart out.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. Um, and it's funny that because everyone is suspicious as fuck as soon as you meet them in this movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You'll
yeah, yeah,
follow
yeah, everybody. Like
because sorry, after you.
oh no, I was gonna say because just the way the movie went, like if the guy who was peeping on his sister at the beginning, you think he's crazy, but then like as the movie progresses, you find out, oh, this guy was fucking knew what was going on the whole time.
Mhm.
Like it was like, he really did. Like, yeah, it was a spoiler at the beginning of the movie, but everybody was so wrapped up in the storytelling, I guess.
Yeah, and there was misdirects with are they aliens as well? Serious innuendo scenes involving sunscreen on a beach. That was crazy. But you didn't expect it to get to the uh, amorphous, sticky, stretchy, goopy. But like, imagine you're on a really bad hallucinogenic trip and you're in the middle of an orgy, and then you just imagine you all get stuck together and it's you're just
Yeah.
fucking and sucking and your mouth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the best way I could explain it.
Oh no, no, you say on hallucinogens, like that really
Yeah,
hit a nerve. Like
yeah.
if you've had sex on hallucinogens, yeah, it really does
There you
feel
go.
like you're just yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. And this movie, this was made in 1989. Um, it's not subtle. Um, are there racist undertones before we get into class?
Uh, Not really, because like now that I'm thinking about it, there weren't any black people in the movie.
There are there anti-Semitic undertones?
Uh,
There was the Star of David in the church of the funeral of the boyfriend they didn't like. Is that correct?
was there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's scratch that. Scratch that. I'll scratch that.
I
Um,
don't remember.
but that
No,
aside,
but like I guess like since it was like
please.
aliens or whatever, you could say there could be racist undertones, but I don't know. Like it really didn't ping my radar in that way. Like
Yeah,
it
it's
was definitely
class.
more. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just about to say it's definitely more of a class thing than anything.
Yeah, I land on that. I land on that. And the is it the it's the psychologist who says that to Billy? Yeah, Bill Whitney, Billy,
Yeah,
played by Billy Warlock. That's my confusion there, children. What a name.
good
What a
name.
name. What a name.
Hard.
And unassuming as well because like he doesn't look like a warlock.
Not at all.
Put in picture of Julian Sands,
Yeah, yeah,
Warlock.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
That's exactly who
rest.
who comes to mind.
Yeah, rest in peace. Um, and I think it's the psychologist or the judge. They look very similar. Says to him, "You're of a different breed, a different species." But the superlative, the highest superlative of that little speech was class. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
that
they
was the
want you
judge
to
at the
remember.
end.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, and it's a matter of breeding. But,
Yeah.
that line. And
Oh,
yeah. And so that's just talking about the royal family and all that sort of thing. That's just
Yeah,
yeah, a knife stab towards them. But yeah, yeah, children, like, just watch it. There's no real way
yeah,
to.
that's definitely worth the watch. Here's a
Uh,
question for you. You
yeah,
know how I'm obsessed with double features, and I've been
please.
racking my
Yeah.
brain trying to figure out something to what to pair society with.
Um, have you seen The Substance?
Yes. Oh, that is,
Yeah.
that is a good one. Yeah,
Uh,
do that, people. Society, then watch The Substance. That is a good two piece for you.
Certainly, if if you bugged out on The Substance, and I liked it too. But at the same time, when I was watching The Substance, have people seen Society? Yeah,
Yeah,
have people seen Society?
yeah.
Um,
It's like they're doing a similar thing, but it's a different vibe. It's a completely different vibe.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, this is not a feminist film, to put it
Nah,
bluntly. No, no, um, this is
although
us. This is
it's
a
technically
eat the rich film, but the rich are eating us in this film.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you're going to say?
And I was gonna say I know you're not a fan, but The Beauty on FX kind of would dovetail
Yeah.
nicely into Society and The Substance.
There's just lots of other stuff to watch, Joel. And
Yeah.
speaking of such, first of all, let's rate this. I give it a 4 out of 5. I just think it stands up really well. And describing it here with you tonight, it's very influential. It laid the groundwork for a lot of other stuff in body horrors and political commentary in horror as well, I'll say. So definitely a 4. What do you say?
Uh, I'll do you one better. Do you do halves?
Yes, and quarters even.
Okay. Okay. I'll give it a 4.25. I want to say 4.5, but that's because I really love it. So I'll temper my love of it back and say a 4.25.
Yeah, definite recommend. Definitely
Yeah.
recommend. If you're into body horror, especially if you enjoyed The Substance, even if you enjoyed films like Get Out, because this film, in its own weird, paranoid, and clunky way, this is a first film by a guy who never went to class. Keep that in mind. Don't be expecting, uh, Paul Schrader written, Martin Scorsese directed work here. It's not that. This is an 80s horror film, yeah. But it's a goodie. It's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
And
Very well done.
the effects, you've just got to see the scene. You've just got to see the shunting. If you're into
Yeah.
horror and you haven't seen the shunting, you're fucking up. And so it was great to see again. Yeah. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Thank you so
All right.
much, dude. Yeah,
No problem.
let's do it again, definitely.
We will for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, go to bed, children.
Like,
Go to bed.
peace.
Oh, I love it when you're evil.